fight.
Yeah, so it's not going to necessarily be the easiest team fight from an even game state from JDG, but they do have great skirmishing. Winning lane in that Rumble, Corky's even enough.
And ensure they won't die to the upfront burst that JDG have got in spades across this comp. Hook, though, onto Missing, who face checks the Nautilus again, and first blood goes the way of FPX.
I mean, your AD carry's not even looking to stay around. You are very much alone in that bot side, walks into Fog of War, Missing goes down. FPX, we did say, strong early game needed. They get something, if they get the Dragon, that's definitely a better start for them too.
Hang on. Oh, roots him out of the queue? That's fantastic. Starts build anyway! Oh, Kanavi, that's unreasonable. We'll still go down for it, and reset from Care will allow for something back. I do not have any idea how Kanavi was allowed to smite that. I thought he was out of range.
Well, I mean, the initial Q can...
Nice positioning off vision there as well, and I think Kanavi wisely doesn't continue to chase on forwards, but now we gotta look onto Yagao, could be in danger, flashes away from a seismic shove that Milky Way tried to eat, flashes himself in the queue afterwards, and it all goes wrong. Kanavi in danger though, flashing away from the root, another jump forwards, can't jump out again afterwards, and now Missing comes crashing on down. Yagao gets hit with a depth charge to allow life to try and escape, but there is a magnet storm that drags the Metal Man back towards the mid laner. It'll still be Missing that picks that kill up.
Onto the Corky, who then stays alive afterwards to then make sure that Care can't get full CS after that point.
Gets the W, the Q's going wide, got a barrier for barrier, trades it so close, there's no mana! The Ezreal can't Q!
Misses the skill shot, Ruler hits his. So, you know what? I actually don't think that was about mana. I think that was him missing the Q. It means that he doesn't get the cooldown back on that skill, doesn't go down, got themselves the combo into the jungle.
Some damage onto Missing, who's yet to get an aftershock, but a hop on fours, there's still the charge available. Yagao now over the wall himself with the Valkyrie into 3v3. Hop away from Care, but still goes down as the autos come flying through for a Gatling gun. Everyone at JDG so low, but they just can't quite secure the kills. The threaded volley will finally get more, but Kanavi can lifesteal alongside Yagao, and they win the skirmish.
JDG's early game has come to... Just before that, Docdown was looking for an EQ steal, now Missing's overstayed.
Yeah, he's dead, and that will likely lead to the Dragon on the other side. The Nautilus picking up a third kill, though, is really frustrating. Any one of those.
Now, I think of 2022 and before, and even large amounts of spring in 2023, when, of course, that BLG roster kind of came to life. Yagao was considered this player that was kind of middling, but clutch
being brought over, and this Rumble getting so much value could still be very scary.
Really look at that flash from Missing. He's going to Fog of War, has to face check, escapes the combo. Milky Way not tagging it.
To get the engage afterwards, though. Missing alongside the Rumble equalizer, getting so much damage down already. Life is not living up to his namesake. ZDZ teleports in and immediately regrets his options, has to back away. Milky Way hit with the extendo beam, as Atlas loves to call it. Ruler gliding over the wall with the spark surge. I'll get it right this time around. Ruler so low, does go down. Care gets the reset, jumping on over. Kanavi looking for the Q, can't quite land it. Still speeding up alongside the smite. Slow means Care nowhere to go. No buster shot available, and a crippling strike will bring down the Jordan Gunner.
I think the fight could still keep going as well. FPX do not want to give up the Herald. They might not have a choice though.
But he's so low already. Kanavi picks that one. The damage onto Yagao. Oh, sorry, Ruler, I apologize. Been sheer trying to do so much work, is missing in the backline to get a triple kill for Kanavi. Yagao flashes to secure another. Life backs away, and JDG are just imperious in these skirmishes.
Kanavi walks away with a quadra kill at 15 minutes. JDG, so often they rely on the Ruler. Misplay, Kanavi picks up the pieces. Good old Kanavi. You know he'll absolutely come calling on that Lee Sin.
Picture in picture, the Weaver's Wall comes down. That will likely be a shutdown onto Sheer going the way of Milky Way. Necessary after this skirmish went so wrong.
Yeah, it did. So that's going to be something in the picture, as we saw. At least Kanavi gets himself onto that quadra kill. Some decent turnback kills from FPX, but they're still losing these fights very, very heavily. Herald now in pocket. That they don't even need it for this mid lane. They have those 6 grubs. JDG exploding now.
And now you've got 2 items on this Lee Sin who's happily snowballing. Yagao getting towards the Muramana transformation as well. They might even get a tier 2. They'll just get a chunk for now. I think FPX will be able to come on over and put enough pressure down and prevent them sticking around for another wave. Care will get that bot lane tier 1, but Yagao
He's been looking... I mean, so often he was compared to Knight because they come from the same hometown. He's looking better than Knight right now, folks. Yeah. Knight's been downturning in form, but Yagao, I really think this guy's on a renaissance.
Synergy there coming out to play in a lot of these skirmishes. They have looked really on the same page, and they have and themselves a mighty, mighty lead in this game. It's only continued to balloon as more and more of these turrets fall.
So JDG, they're in force on bot side. They have a teleport on Sheer if they need to, and they have the Herald going straight towards this. Kanavi might get caught out here.
Kanavi gets shoved back under the turret, will likely be all out in trying to hop away. Pulled out of his ward, hop goes down.
Kanavi, buddy, that's
behind.
the dangerous form of this. Now Care coming in with the teleport. You gotta use that Valkyrie. Here comes the Buster Shot.
Magnet Storm is shot, and the Buster Shot brings the Corki back towards the rest of the team.
Corki goes down, and that carry in the mid lane caught a little bit out alongside that jungler we were just praising. It was a Herald too far. Really didn't need that to be slamming in. Should have just let it auto charge. Kanavi, for such a good early game, not the best to throw over such a large amount of gold on the other side. JDG still get the inner turret though.
They're going to get an inner turret top side as well, so JDG still punished for the commitment onto them.
Well, probably all 3 AD carries on the Rift right now. Corki Tristana, stronger than him. You got the Zeri, stronger than him because of the gold advantage.
It's Tristana as
but
well.
Still,
yeah,
even with...
An important kill to go towards Care, who is at 4 kills himself, so at least getting some of that gold valuable here as Life stunned up briefly, but both force doing that as a kick onto Care, but Kanavi stunned up by the Unraveled Earth, gets knocked up with a Death Charge. The Equalizer not fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know about that Equalizer. Sheer not really impacting the game quite as much as you would like to at that point, but, well, whatever. JDG, they don't...
It's a little harder for Care to realistically go and contest those tier 2s right now. Tempted to steal from Doc Dam onto the Mountain Dragon that was being...
Down the game, they've not really done the best at making sure they can play around Baron. Care looking for a side lane play. He's very strong.
Equalizer's good. Damage back is solid. Buster Shot away. Needs to be a bit afraid here, but the healing with the Bloodthirster is good. Stopwatch from Sheer. Flash still burned from Care, and all the while in the picture-in-picture.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone dying.
JDG just kill everyone on top side. Ruler pulls the barrier this time, lives through the AD carry 1v1. We focused on the 1v1 in bot side. What happened on top side? JDG just ended the game.
How the hell did they manage that one?
They spot Care in the bot side. He jumps in, and JDG realizes, right, there's no Tristana. You don't have the damage. Eat dirt. FPX get absolutely punched in the face around the top side of the map.
Everyone's dead. Care's alive, yeah, but they just walk through mid lane. The picture-in-picture comes like, oh, it's be another side skirmish. No, it's not. It's the game-ending moment. Missing goes on forwards. Care just about alive, but it does not matter. The game is over. Blink and you miss it. JDG were playing it slow for a moment or two, and they find the one moment, and it's lights out. They win game 1.
JDG, blink and you miss it. Take away game 1 versus FunPlus Phoenix. It wasn't really. It goes towards a Callista, which is a strong level 1. You still need to be able to dodge out on that that Bone Skewer at level 1, but Ruler might be able to fight back with a strong Milky Way, looking potentially for a steal. No smite on Milky Way, which means Kanavi could get this for free.
It's going to start resetting here, and Kanavi at level 3 going to tank up a fair amount of damage from that blue buff. Resets away, and Kanavi says, yeah, I just can't do it, especially with a ZDZ able to move down.
Yeah, with ZDZ moving down, and this is exactly what the Renekton does, right? It gives them something to work with. Life on the roam, level 2 roam. He did this in the last game of Pike too, but Kanavi's here.
Oh, Kanavi flashes for the Phantom Undertow, can't land either of the skill shots, and that's such a miss from FPX's support.
Oh, I think that's so good discipline from Yagao. He doesn't end up flashing early. He holds his nerve, doesn't even have the rocket jump available. Just use that flash to get out. Level 2 on life still, but here's missing.
He's gonna get some damage onto Kanavi, has to flash away himself. Phantom Undertow not quite on. Oh no, life so close, but so far away. The damage back not there as he gets to go under the water briefly. Yagao goes down, gets a kill onto the Corki. Missing in danger, remember, still shy of the flash. Gets a big 3-man headbutt pulverize, but it's just a stylish moment to sign out on his own demise.
And that is the early game Pike.
Is way behind at this point.
I do have a bone to pick about that, because it's an infernal dragon rather than inferno dragon. Infernal means from something from the hells, which is, you know, often very, okay, Yagao doesn't have flash, he's gonna get out of the way. But yeah, typically infernal means something hellish, which we take a lot from Dante's Inferno. True. But it's definitely a bit different. Life, he might be getting sent there. Yagao first, though!
As well. Oh my days, it's a 1-for-1. But Care gets probably higher value, you have to imagine. It was Kanavi who picks the kill next. So he gets the value down. They decide against it, think he's going to be a bit risky. Another wave coming.
Another wave's coming. Sheer has stayed. He still has flash, still has all out, but it's so hard to play against this right now.
Life goes under the water. The Ghost Water dive finds some time. Big W into the CC. Goes all out. Drags him under the tower. ZDC in danger. Goes down. That is a very poor dive.
Sheer outplays FPX.
Where is the Corki? They're going to try and engage onto him perhaps, but Dogtown playing human ward here. Pretty scary. They know missing is there. Huge damage onto Kanavi. Ultimate afterwards from Milky Way. Ensures a kill. Flash on 4 for Missy. Trying to get the trample damage, but the Bone Skewer is here because look who's back alive.
2 for 1 in the bot side jungle, missing Kanavi die because Docdam does a bit of sleuthing in a bit 9 minutes. Kanavi kind of shut down quite comprehensively on this brand. Important stuff. We're going to go now see replay of what the heck happened here? This is Silky. He just hits all his stuff.
Oh.
I mean, he flashes forwards, hits a good long-range frost bomb, and the ult. Some of that gold when FPX look for future dragons because they already have one in pocket.
Yeah, Milky Way nearly at that level 9 mark as well, which means a full.
Them to kind of walk up and maybe get an option to go into jungle camps. If that doesn't happen, they can go get plates somewhere else too. FPX have really good options right now.
Might fight potentially over the blue buff, taken there by Milky Way, missing in danger. Does pop the ult early this time.
So Missing has himself that flash, but Missing really caught out time and time again. He's walking up too
no,
far
he's
once
gone.
more, and this time the cow hits the ground, put into the abattoir. Missing, poor game from the Alistair, so he can stay for another one. But the thing is, if you take too long making plays here as JDG, you just know that there's a chance that Pyke can turn up in your lane. And again, look at the threat on both sides of the map. There's a Pyke on one side, Shears alone on the other side, but they have the Karthus ult.
Oh, Karthus comes on down. Remember, the all-out means there's not that many resists. Flash on forwards, gets the ult popping around, and Shear will likely die, but not before the damage is in many ways done. Kanavi stunned up with a ruthless Predator, and the culling of the meat continues. Zombie brand put down. It's Call of Duty all over again.
JDG, they fail this wave defense, and they're the ones doing the wave. That hops over the last remaining damage from the brand, and it's not even like they lose anything from him pushing away that, leaving that bot side, need to be really turning up and doing their good frontline duty. The damage is so much in favor of FPX. The Dragon's going down too. JDG, can they even find a fight? No, they can't. Shears on one side, might be able to catch Milky Way, but he has flash.
Yeah, it does feel the need to use it, and wisely so, I think, as Docdam in mid lane in danger. Ruler can't quite get that, dodges the Phantom Undertow with a solid hop, and now Life in danger too. Is there an ult available for Life? Yes, but they're not going to need to use it yet. Flash for flash.
Oh, Ruler! Fancy feat! Almost gets the kill on Docdam. Outplays Life as well. They can be pushing up in mid lane, and it means that they can go towards the wider map, knowing that you're not going to have Life, Docdam, or even Milky Way in this case. Dangerous. A lone turret teleport in against 4 people should be enough, and with the 6 grubs and the Herald, that will be at least an inner turret taken by FPX. Get some more gold to keep themselves just afloat of where they need.
Lands onto Ruler. Void Seeker being scary prospect as the game gets later and later. All the while, ZDZ and Sheer trading out the bot side. Good shove from Sheer. Might look to go all out. Not quite done yet as Yagao beginning to come on down. ZDZ goes towards the wave, looking for another dice to go alongside the slice. All out now, and ZDZ is in the 1v2. Are we seeing a Baron start on the other side? No, it's a teleport, and they want to play this. Get some damage. Buster shot, well buffered. But look at the Karthus ultimate coming on through. It'll be a 2 for 1 in favor of FPX. And now, making a little bit more risky. Kanavi's in danger. Damage on the dark side is big. Kekus look to go on forwards. Will not get anything more. The Pyroclasm is enough to allow Kanavi to stay alive.
So it's still going to be 2 for 1 in the grand map state. FPX, they don't quite get the clean sweep they want, but they do get the dragon. We did say, hey, JDG play around. They are still waiting for that big objective. That should be what they're playing around next.
Here we go again. ZDZ throws down the Dominus, looking for a chunk onto Sheer. There is Karthus ultimate, I think, available as well, so that could prove pretty problematic. As
No,
Missing
it's not. It's on cooldown. Missing's here, though.
Awkward from my angle there to mark that one out. So Sheer stays alive for now. Taken low, but not down. Is knocked away with the headbutt.
Now Milky Way's ult coming back now, but now you see Missing on the bot side. It has to be a play. Kanavi might just flash in. Going down to 4K. They have vision on the HP. Kanavi looking to be a thief once again. And FPX seeing that Yagao and Kanavi's damage put everyone so low. Pull off away from it. Yagao gonna survive through that with a locket shield coming through from Missing. Does allow him to survive. FPX try and play around the Baron, but they can't quite get themselves that objective. But much like the last time, they don't get to force this out again. Kanavi still has flash, but he is not here in time. I don't think he's gonna be here in time.
It's too late. Kanavi is now actually here, but it's too late. The Baron goes down. And FPX now on the retreat. Flash on him from Missing for the double pulverize. Sheer looking to come over the wall as well. But the damage onto Missing is pretty huge. Here comes the Fate's Call though. Again onto 2. Damage onto Dactyl is huge. Who goes over to the other side of the fight with the Killer Instinct. Damage on the backline is monstrous. It's a 1 for 1. Make that the 2 for 1 as JDG at least gets something at the back end of the play.
JDG can't. Again, there's okay, so they're going to get themselves the objective bounty. That's going to be fine. JDG, they take away 3 Baron buffs. They get themselves an objective bounty on average. FPX, they need to use this Baron power play. They're currently down. They're not that high up in this point. Kanavi's starting to get to a point where he can really shred through that front line.
The problem is, on the other side, the likes of Milky Way at level 16 just does so much work onto even the Alistair. Executed with a death from below. X marks the spot.
Missing another bad face check. He knows that he has to be the one doing it, but once again, the team is not ready to follow up. They don't have the cooldowns. They don't
hang on.
You think, Doctor?
Wait, the ult from Karthus might be enough! No, he gets onto the fountain in time to burn! Not there quite in time.
Kanavi lives, but at what cost? We asked FPX to do good work with...
But another W lands, and remember at this point of the game, anybody left at a low HP is in danger of being executed by so many members.
Yeah, you've got the W resets coming through. The objective bounty has been taken, and now suddenly JDG, they can play on the back foot. That's okay. I think they're better playing around. Kanavi laying down this burned life going forwards, doesn't hit the hook. They're trying to corral them. It's not easy for them to find a big engage, though.
Kaiser at this point with the W cooldown.
Fighters lost the game. They walk away with an objective bounty, and they're fine with it.
Begin to continue siege for a little bit more. They get a hook onto Ruler, forced to flash. There'll be an ultimate in a moment or two as the burn is so huge. He's gone.
Ruler doesn't flash the skill shot and dies. Kanavi dodges out on the W, and FPX, with a composition which needed the snowball, which needed to get ahead of a break point, have managed to do that. JDG, one too many face checks, one too many missteps in the fight, and FPX pounds.
The only team fight they have found is at a Baron which they have already lost, and now they are in a position where their base is broken, their AD carry is dead, and their hopes in this game are dwindling.
ZDZ pops the Dominus. He's alone in the base right now. The tower falls, and Missing doesn't have himself any teammates to help him out. Missing dies yet again. 0 and 5 on the Alistair.
The Kaiser at this point is becoming increasingly...
It feels like that sometimes. We are now at a pretty late game. JDG, though, again, it's so hard for them to get themselves these big moments. You can see Milky Way using the Malignance with all of the burn to make sure he can just keep people pinned back. JDG are not allowed to walk forwards. And yeah, that was a stopwatch coming through from Kanavi. He goes forward. The Baron has been started, but JDG, I think they're actually, with the Locket Shield, they're a lot higher HP than I thought they should be. Not anymore.
Life looking for Ruler is actually in danger. But the thing is, the game's ending. They're going to try and get back. They just need to interrupt some of these moments. Tower's going down. In danger. 3 members here. It's over. FPX pull the bait and switch, and the game just ends.
JDG.
Those members that might otherwise be dashing around a little.
Also, just be a strong tank. You now have someone that can stop the rel going in as easily for the engage, because that can work.
Funny that even with the disruption, the Zyra is still wicked fast, and Ruler needs to be afraid. Gets hit by the root, and the impact's still in there. He's dead to rights.
JDG. What the hell has happened here? Their whole early game plan was slow down the Zyra, make sure they can't...
was very well known. They knew exactly what was going on, and I get that you thought you might have a second or two more, but in a top lane, Sheer is desperately low. ZDZ can't quite get the last kill. The grass proc is enough. Kanavi should pick this one up. Sheer gets away with it with a little assistance from the jungler.
Sheer, so much healing coming through, and it does mean that Kanavi will be able to bail. They get ahead in Dragons. If they get ahead in Gold, maybe that won't matter.
Be the aim of the game. Note there that Doctum did burn the flash on that attempted kill onto Ruler, who got away with it, as we said, but still, it's an additional better than some AD carries without the flash.
He's even got himself that Phage as well to make sure he can keep getting that move speed when he runs these things down. Didn't go for that Sheen first off, Missing, going into the top river. FPX, I don't really think they're in a position to contest right now. Yagao gets himself the bomb onto Care, trading well.
That's a Stranglethorns from Milky Way. Was expecting Missing to go on forward, so there's no Care in danger. Buster shot is not enough, and now Yagao actually in a scary spot. Karthus comes down, Care is likely to fall to that, and does so.
The Buster shot wasn't enough for Hay. He's got a Karthus over his shoulder. Kanavi, we've...
for now. Docdown playing with Ruler in the mid lane to claim control of the... Wait, big chunk onto Kanavi.
Yeah, so Yagao went for a reset. I think he got his first item, but he's not going to be here. You don't have Tristana here, but here comes Sheer.
Go looking for the flank. Cares in danger. They didn't know. In goes Braum. Gets a double shot with the W. Damage with the Stranglethorns, though, is absolutely foul. Milky Way takes him to town. It's a 1-for-1 right now, but the damage onto the side of Sheer and Kanavi is huge.
Kanavi still has his ult, but he's not really in a safe position to play. Tristana here. That's going to be a big problem. FPX, they have the range advantage. The longer this goes on, the better it is for FunPlus Phoenix.
Stranglethorn's back up and available. This could prove a little bit difficult, especially with some of the chunks that have already come on through.
Missing has ult, has flash. Can he be the difference maker?
No, engage from Missing. Does only really get onto the Braum. He's got the door up already. Stranglethorns comes on down. Missing in danger. Stand behind Braum. He's keeping alive. Now his Sheer has gone exceptionally deep. But now the Skeletons can get called. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Shield from Doctam stays alive. Life also just about alive, but no, the burn! And a final shot. JDG find 3.
It is Hellfire. It is Blackfire burning him down with the extra haunting guy is helping out with the damage. Kanavi 4-0-1. I've criticized this Karthus before, but he's really impacting these fights now with so much gold. It could just be another Karthus experience. I think we're seeing some of the best in regards to that, but they just can't quite find that at the right kind of timing. What can FPX do? It really feels like it's so much on Milky Way. Maybe Life getting himself a big play. Ruler pulls the ult in mid lane to make sure the FPX can't respond in mid. Bot lane falls. JDG Leona Nautilus or something like that. FPX kind of just getting pushed in across the board.
True shot barrage goes a little wide. Actually, Doctor needs to be a bit afraid of the wall of pain. Back away safely for now. Away from people jumping in. You can do that, but your ability to pull the trigger yourself, a little more limited, it has to be said.
So, JDG losing themselves out the side lane turrets, but that's fine. They already got themselves. Right. We're going to make sure that you can't get anything out of that. You're going to get the dragon now taken down. Kanavi rushing this down. Can they get it in time? Milky Way should be in steal range.
He is. Flash on forward. Life gets a glacial vision. The teleport's now flying as well. Milky Way still with the stranglehold. Ruler looking for an angle here for the ultimate. Going to try and take the dragon as they can, but the magnet stall is monstrous. Dragon secured, but the bears are just dead to rights. A double kill for you, gal.
At what time is it? It's Baron time. 5 seconds until the Baron spawns. JDG will take it on spawn. Sure, they lose the bad dragon. Who gives a damn? The 3 members dead for FPX. Mid lane turret falling. Baron falling. JDG get themselves the big fight they wanted. Huge wombo combo. Huge win.
That was a bit rough, I think it's fair to say. Ruler ults from one. Ruler can attack from one side. Kanavi gets Brezara missing with a glorious Magnet Storm off 3.
So JDG get 5 Baron. You see that FPX knew they weren't a dragon early because they pushed top lane, because they then teleport. It just means the setup is all wrong for them, and they don't have just easy engage to paper over the cracks there. JDG gonna have to be defending against a full map of Baron buffs. Typically, you only see 2 lanes pushed with the Baron. We're seeing that right now. I think JDG could do whatever the hell they want, though, because they have so good engage. It's another gold farming ultimate. Yes, you have the locket to block off some of that, but Kanavi's very, very happy to just put out as much poke as he possibly can, just keeping that on cooldown.
And the siege continues. Ruler throwing out Deadly Flourish after Deadly Flourish. The Stranglethorns is minimal. Gets a flash out of Ruler, which is valuable, don't get me wrong. Doesn't do much more than clear the wave and get a summoner.
Yeah, Flash out of Ruler, sequel to Bat out of Hell. Sadly, not quite as dramatic in this case. They don't land themselves the big engage. And FPX, their lack of engage is really coming to the fore yet again. Flash away from Dark Damage. He's trying to wave clear under turret.
Does manage to get a chunk onto Sheer, but that's about it. And the siege into both of these lanes is pretty good. Life goes on forwards with ZDZ, but there's just nothing to be done. The engage is so limited. Missing goes forwards, gets a Magnet Storm. He's actually in a dangerous position. Needs to be a bit afraid, but the damage is going to lead to a 1-for-1. But look at the curtains being called. Shot 1 misses, but shot 2 isn't. Shot 4 so wide. So everyone just about there. It's a 1-for-1 in the end, but the towers still fall.
Yeah, you don't have any HP as FPX. And again, they try and look for these really awkward engages. If you're looking for a Poppy pop-up to try and get the engage, you probably run out of options. They don't have the damage, they don't have the engage, and JDG make sure they don't have the HP bars after that point. Yes, missing falls, but at what cost to FPX? Ruler now caught out.
Teleport behind, that's pretty good. Remember, he doesn't have the flash, that's actually a pretty important shutdown there. They get something, but the inhibitor turret still...
will be able to get an objective bounty, and they'll be able to get towards the dragon first, which we did say really hampered them at the last time that objective spawned. Can they get towards that terrain? Set up over the terrain. Dragon goes over. FPX no closer to fighting around that. I guess it means that FPX can stall the game a little longer, but what are they realistically stalling it for? That's my big problem. If you don't get yourself towards a soul point here, they're playing smoke and mirrors. It's hard to think they can fight their way back in.
An ult from Karthus, interestingly. Gets a chunk, but the tower is still likely to fall here. The Malignance procs actually clears out the minion wave, but that means the teleport is not going to be completed because it falls in time. Ruler not going to get the Deadly Flourish. Sheer prevented from stepping on forwards thanks to the steadfast presence.
Oh yeah, so FPX get
a little split here, but again, the option to engage just limited.
Exactly. Normally in this kind of situation, the owner jumps it. You can't do that with the Braum. Bit of a slow coming through. One minion has survived through to mid lane. Can they protect this and push through mid? There's actually a chance. They're drawing back just a little bit now. The poke coming through from the Zyra, it's still quite potent.
Gal's going for the inhibitor, jumped over the wall. The turnaround damage is pretty huge. There's a big stun to ZDZ, cause some damage back.
Yugao might just die here. Sheer might have to teleport to him. Yeah. What are they going to do? Flash forward for the Braum passive.
They're going to get the Karthus ultimate out. The bust shot is good, and that will actually deny anything as Care is in a really weird spot himself.
Oh man, I would have thought that 2v1 would have sealed it, because now you've committed too many people to bot side. You might be losing your own mid laner. JDG, they outplay it.
Can't really think about flashing here. The crash down comes afterwards, and Care falls.
So, FPX, they try and commit towards Yagao. You'd think that the Ezreal Brawl would be able to kill the Tristana, but Yagao outplays, and the recall comes through in time.
Macro. 3-level advantage in jungle right now. So that's a level 16 Karthus versus only 13 on the Zyra, who's struggling.
Flash
to keep
steal.
in the game. Could think about flash stealing. Can look to go on again. It was 100 HP early. ZDG's at the back of the bay, will likely fall, but the Baron is stolen.
It's stolen, but at what cost? 3 dead on the side of FPX. JDG, you're gonna be able to push for an in.
Gonna be the easiest to break through all the wave clear here. Life will need to do a lot of work as a bodyguard, though.
Yeah, the super minions are still here, and even if they can clear them, it's really hard to sit there and defend your turrets at the same time. Another Locket Shield, but it's so hard to defend your turrets!
Curtain Call is summoned, prevents easy stationary targets under their Nexus turrets. Now they're in danger. Second one has fallen. JDG onto the Nexus itself. The respawn's coming on through, though. Sheer gets off the Stranglethorn, gets a huge Q3. Care flashes away this time. All out from Sheer. They lose Missing. The Nexus is bare, but the fight afterwards is difficult. Life steps on forwards and keeps Docdam alive.
So, Nexus bare and FPX somehow don't lose any.
Very, very scared. They put double pink wards into their base to make sure there is no backdoor flank opportunity.
Yeah.
So JDG take the dragon on Soul Point. The game being saved or not. Of course, it could potentially stop Life's heal saving him too. JDG, they're walking up In's force again. There's a void. I mean, Kanavi's items are just so disgusting. He presses ult and then even through the lock. Ruler looking forward to try and get rid of that Bloodthirster shield. Of course, with the rapid fire cannon autos with that fourth shot, so deadly. Looking towards the big ult now. Can they defend their HP bar and the Nexus?
Curtains Call. Docdam down low. Flashed away, still has a barrier. Damage back is pretty good here from the side of FPX. Missing finally goes on in. They lose the Poppy, but Missing falls in turn. In goes Yagao to the backside for the double buster shot. Can't quite secure the kill. Milky Way finally falls as a full shot comes on down. Yes, the Karthus is dead, but the damage is done. JDG pull the trigger, and the curtains are called on this series. They will win 2-1.
FPX do one better than their group stage performance versus JDG. They take a game off of them, but they